Well, that kind of causes a little change of plans. Play the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, Dawg Night. Stop the music. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with yours truly, Dawg Night. I don't know why I'm yelling. I'm really close to the microphone. I don't have to yell when I'm close to the microphone. I can use my radio voice and my what is it? What did I call it on Valentine's Day? My sexy voice. Yes, I can. But I'm not going to do that all day because it will annoy the hell out of you. But hey, so today it is Dog Park Friday, and I had a guest coming in, and it was going to be one of my friends that I go back and forth with on things that we disagree on, and we were just going to do some nice stuff here today. Unfortunately, they had something come up and they couldn't make it today, and so I'm not going to even say who it was because then they won't get it. Not that you guys would hassle them, but I'm going to be nice and just we're going to do it another day because I think it'll surprise you that I actually have friends that I disagree with that I actually like who are on the internet, even though we don't agree on anything. So anyway, we'll do that another time. So today what we're going to do is we're just going to have some fun. We're going to spend most of our time on Twitter trends because I didn't have a whole lot. I do have a couple articles we're going to look at that were interesting to me. And I also, yesterday, now, you know that now on Thursdays, we're having FTG Thursdays. And so I would be more than happy if you guys would send me things, just the FTG, people who we could say FTG, you know how it works. And by the way, FTG is a gender neutral term. For example, there are plenty of women and non-binary people that I could also say FTG to. So please don't feel like it has to be a male. But if you ever want to send me the FTG, some FTGs during the week, I'll remind you on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You can send them to me via my Twitter account right there. That little Dawg Night at Dawg Night. Be sure to follow me on Twitter also. And you can also send them to me by email. If you don't use Twitter, my email is pdognight. The same thing right there, except you put the @ behind it and throw Gmail in the end of it. So pdognight@gmail.com. You can send me some FTG files and I'll choose my favorite ones and we'll make sure that we cover them on FTG Thursdays. We had some good ones. But one of them that when I said, that was the last one yesterday, I do have one that I forgot. So we're going to go and we'll pull up that FTG Thursday guide today on Dog Park Friday. And I still might have some people in the dog park. I sent a couple of things out and we'll see who shows up. But you know what? If they don't, I'm pretty good at doing this all by myself, or I might actually pull one of you guys in here. So anyway, first I want to thank you for the people who are here, who got here first. Necro got here first, Necro Saul Collins. And then I got Johnny Hellcat, Max Del Rio, Seamus, Derby. I'm saying the name right for the rest of my life. C. Thomas, Gulf City Peasant. What's Corbin, that's his name. Corbin, that's your name, Corbin. I know what the C stands for now. And let's see, Johnny Hellcat, I saw somebody, Seamus, I already got Seamus, I got Lord Rothschild, welcome, and Smarty Bear. So that's a good start. We got a handful of people in the chat already. But you know what? Even if it was only one, I would still do this show for you. So think of this. Look in my eyes. Look in my eyes. I'm doing this show for you. Yes, that one person who's here plus all the rest of you. All right. So let's go and look at the person I missed on FTG Thursday. Now, this is just kind of interesting because of what was not said about this person. So we'll just get this one real quick. And yes, good morning, everybody. All right, so my FTG Thursday guy that I forgot, and it's not necessarily. This person isn't. Well, never mind. Yes, he is. Here we go. Less than full disclosure from the New York Times. And this is an article from it was a few days ago, but so yesterday is now like 4 days ago. But anyway, yesterday, the New York Times carried an op-ed by Bob Bauer. As the title, quote, Trump's shamelessness was outside Mueller's jurisdiction, suggests the op-ed is just another attempt to talk around the fact that Robert Mueller cleared President Trump of collusion with Russia. Now, what's notable about this article is how the New York Times identifies Bauer. The Times states, Mr. Bauer is a professor of practice and distinguished scholar in residence at New York University's School of Law. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good credential. And that's true as far as it goes. But for purposes of an op-ed about the Mueller investigation of alleged collusion with Russia, it doesn't go very far. Until May 2018, get this is awesome. Until 2018, Bauer was a partner at the Perkins Coie law firm. If you're familiar with Perkins Coie, you'll know where we're going here. Moreover, when Bauer left the firm, it announced that he will maintain his representation of a number of key clients in individual solo capacity, and will co-counsel with Perkins Coie on a number of those representations. At Perkins Coie, Bauer headed the firm's political law practice, the largest in the country. It became the go-to practice for prominent Democrats trying to use lawyers to win elections. During the 2016 presidential race, Perkins Coie served as the private lawyers for the Democratic National Committee. According to The Hill, both the DNC and the Clinton campaign used Perkins Coie secretly to pay Fusion GPS. If you're familiar with Fusion GPS. And Christopher Steele to compile a dossier of uncorroborated raw intelligence alleging Trump and Moscow were colluding to hijack the presidential election. Fake intelligence in that dossier was then used by the FBI as the main basis for seeking a Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act warrant, aka FISA warrant, targeting the Trump campaign in the final days of the campaign. After the election, the dossier continued to be used by those who pushed claims of collusion. These claims led to the Mueller investigation. It's unclear whether, without the dossier, there would have ever been an investigation into non-existent collusion. Given the role of Bauer's firm in ginning up the collusion narrative, the Times should not have run an op-ed by Bauer about the Mueller investigation and where things stand in light of the collapse of the narrative that led to it. If the Times was going to run such an op-ed, it should have disclosed Bauer's affiliation with Perkins Coie, both his leadership role as of 2016 and arguably the ongoing affiliation cited in the 2018 announcement, assuming it persists. It's not hard to find partisans who will castigate Trump for shamelessness. The Times didn't need Bauer to perform this task. In any event, there's no excuse I know of for not providing full disclosure about his connection via Perkins Coie to the events at issue in the investigation about which Bauer was commenting. Now, I know it is Dog Park Friday at the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P. Dog Night, but I still think we need a FTG for the New York Times for not disclosing that. Can you imagine? Okay, so by the way, you know, hi MC, hi all you need. Welcome, you got Cynical Lindsay. A lot of people showed up while I was ranting here. Not ranting, reading this very informative article. See, RVA, what's happening, y'all? We need an FTG for the New York Times on this one, though. You would think that, oh, gee, the law firm that the DNC and Hillary Clinton funneled money through to get that dossier paid for and circulated, you would think that at least the New York Times would have the clear thought of at least exposing who this guy worked for. And he wrote an op-ed. And his op-ed, what was the op-ed? Trump's shamelessness was outside Mueller's jurisdiction. You know, it's funny because so now that it's, and I know this is the kind of partisan in me, but now that the Mueller report states that, you know, the president and his campaign prior to him becoming president was not colluding with Russia. So right now, the only people left here, you don't need to see that article anymore. It seems like the only people left who actually colluded with a foreign government to affect the campaign, I mean, and actually paid for information from a foreign government. The only ones left are the Democratic National Committee, Hillary Clinton, and Perkins Coie, the law firm this guy worked for. That's mighty ironic. That's weird. And you know, I don't know. I just, you know, how does that work? Interesting. I see you. I'm still here for you. For you right there. I see you. Oh man, it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing.
The Mueller report was great.
Whoa, shut that off. What the hell was that? Let's see. You know, yeah, it's very interesting. I guess Bill Kristol's not happy with Trump supporters. If you want to know why it's important Donald Trump not be reelected in 2020, look around. This is what triumphalist Trumpism, emboldened by victory in the Mueller probe, as they think, looks like. Angrier and more radicalized than ever. More illiberal and dangerous. Bill Kristol, I know you don't like when people make fun of you. But, you know, I would have to think now, and this is not just a Trump thing. Okay, so other than let's put it this way. I was old enough to understand what was going on during the Clinton years, and you know, I don't know, you know, I'm Clinton should have lost his law license for lying under oath or whatever. I don't know if the whole impeachment thing was necessary, but when Clinton was no longer in jeopardy because they went through the impeachment thing and he didn't get removed from office, which is fine. I don't neither here nor there. Do you think they were dismissive of the people who were, you know, pushing the impeachment thing? I mean, do you think they had a little victory lap after that? Do you think they were happy about it? If you're being accused of something, and it doesn't even have to be political, but you've been accused of something and people been, you know, ripping you a new butthole for 2 years, you know, for whatever it is. Say someone accuses you of something you didn't do. And then, after all that time, it's found out that you didn't do it. Would you take a slight victory lap and maybe comment on the people who've been ragging at you for years? I'm not, me, I'm not the biggest fan of Trump's style, but I get it. Of course he's going to be happy. Of course. Bill Kristol, basically I like the headline here. Bill Kristol, we need to make sure Democrats win in 2020 because Trump supporters are making fun of me on Twitter and I don't like it. Now, Kurt Schlichter. Kurt didn't send this to any particular person, but I'd like to think it applies here. Kurt Schlichter, you filled your life up with Rachel Maddow, and now all your dreams are dead. No one will ever love you. Caring. It's it's funny because I don't know. By the way, CNN's taken a huge hit, and so has MSNBC, especially Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow has been more than 500,000 viewers below her average for the year, for the last week, and it seems to dropping a little bit every day, which is that's kind of funny. I mean, just because because she has talked about nothing but Russia for the last 2 years. I mean, literally every day, Russia. I mean, it's Rachel Maddow's the new Keith Oldman. Hi, Max Del Rio. Hey, you must have snuck in here. She's been anyway, and now she has nothing. In fact, I think, what was it, 2 days ago? her entire show's been about Russia for 2 years, and a couple days ago, she said one sentence about Trump and Russia, and then went on and never talked about any of it again. Anyway, sure, sure, Fox trounced us in the ratings on Sunday, but ratings since then aren't a big deal because it's been a slow news week. Now this is Ace is very sarcastic. So, is this from Powerball Butterbottom's column or newsletter? Because if it is, someone needs to look in on him. He's an outrageously obsequious corporate tool and palace eunuch who says absurd things to protect his absurd job at his absurd political PAC, CNN. But this is really over the line, even for him. I think he's talking about Brian Stelter. Per the Daily Caller, these are indeed Tater's ravings. I think Tater is Tater Brian Stelter? Yeah, Tater is Brian Stelter. Okay. This is insane. This is literally insane. This is something only a crazy person would say. Fox News rating surge. Now, is this Brian Stelter. The president seems keenly aware of cable news ratings trends. On the phone with Hannity, he said, I noticed that his friends' ratings are way up while his rivals has dropped. It's true that Fox News primetime ratings have popped this week, while CNN and MSNBC's ratings have been below average. This makes sense. On the right, the Barr letter is being celebrated like a sequel to election night. Since the letter's release on Sunday, there hasn't been much news. So I'm not surprised by the ebb and flow, but I'm keeping an eye on it. Oh, my. Oh, yeah, this is great, too. Maybe, let's see if this is on, if he did this. Did you ever see this thing when Ted Koppel had some words for Brian Stelter, and we're going to, let's see, I'll do a YouTube window for this. It's showing up on YouTube. Hold on, we'll pause it and go back. This is interesting. Yeah, Ted Koppel. I mean, even Ted Koppel is ragging on these guys. Check this out. Why is my YouTube window so... Oh, there it's working. What the hell? Oh, because I didn't do this. There we go. Let's watch Ted Koppel talking to Brian Stelter.
Oh, I think that we've left out a key word. Yeah, everybody here keeps talking about ideology and politics. Money. Money.
Money.
Money. Donald Trump has been very, very good for baseball. He has been wonderful for the industry. Your boss acknowledged as much a number of months ago during the campaign.
Les Moonves,
Donald Trump, huh?
It was Les Moonves who
Les
acknowledged it.
Moonves also acknowledged it, but so did the head of CNN.
But that means what?
That
If ratings are up, that means what?
The ratings are up. It means you can't do without Donald Trump. You would be lost without Donald Trump.
Well, that is what he says.
Ted, you know that's not true.
CNN's ratings would be in the toilet without Donald Trump.
You know that's not true. You're playing for laughs. You've lived through enough presidencies to know there will be more presidents.
What were the ratings before Trump and what are the ratings now?
I would say we might be up 20, we might be up 30%, we might be up 40%. If we go back down 40%, that's okay too.
Well, it may not be okay.
Of course it is. No, but hold on. I reject the premise that these networks are making so much money off of Trump and thus we benefit from it.
Tell me.
Max Del Rio, are you fat shaming Brian Stelter? Stelter gets fatter with each day. You know, it's funny because if you ever look at the promo pictures of Brian Stelter, they must be 10 years old. It must be because he is so thin and looks like a completely different person in his promo photos. It's hilarious. I heard that bell. Let me see what the bell says. By the way, I don't do super chats because I don't have, I'm not monetized. But if you're interested in doing a super chat, down below, down there, there's a link in the description where you can do super chats, and I will try to make sure that I read those because I don't always get to the chat. Corbin says, C. Thomas, Brian Stelter is such a slimy piece of shit. He deserves nothing but mockery and trolling. Also, Tucker Carlson sent his fat ass donuts for everyone to laugh at him. Excuse me. Let me correct the record. He sent him jelly donuts. Anyway, janitorial career like all power, shekel hungry losers like him. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Stelter's funny because when his show is called Reliable Sources, and it's supposed to be originally it was a show when Howard Kurtz did it. It was a show about how the media covers news. It was supposed to be about just, looking at different media, how they cover things, and, it was a show about journalism and how different places covered news. But what it's become is, it's become a show of just Brian Stelter complaining about Fox News and complaining about the president, which, granted, if you want to have a show where you complain about Fox News and the president, I don't care. Please have that show, be the best at that show, be the best, okay? But his show is supposed to be about, at least originally, about how everybody covers the news. So all he does is, basically praises CNN and complains about Fox and doesn't mention MSNBC, who's also kicking CNN's ass. Although MSNBC is having their problems too. Anyway, let me finish this clip real quick.
Me for a moment, if you will. Let's get away from CNN then, all right? Sensitive subject. No. Let's go to MSNBC. Is there a moment of the day when they are not focusing on Donald Trump or some intimately related subject? It is essentially, I know every once in a while. If the number of people who died in Indonesia gets up to 1,000, they'll give it a mention or two. But by and large, the only news that's covered, program after program after program.
Ted, I have to interrupt.
With the same guest.
Ted,
yes, please.
But you've got to admit, an awful lot of what Trump does in the course of a day is news.
Yes, of
and
course
so
it
whether
is.
you're an MSNBC or CBS or ABC,
right,
you're going to cover him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted Koppel has a point there. By the way, this is Nicholas Bolisi. His channel is on YouTube, and got a lot of comments there. Wow, 534 comments. He has 2,900 subscribers, but this particular video has 60,000 views. So good job, Nicholas Bolisi. Check out his channel. All right. All right, back to me. All right. Ted Koppel throwing shade at Brian Stelter is what I needed in my life. Yeah, that's brilliant because, Ted Koppel had his biases, but I thought he was fairly good at asking questions to no matter who he was talking to. And I always appreciated, watching Nightline. Now, Nightline also had its own slants at whatever, but you know what? He would ask the questions that weren't necessarily his first questions. Like if he was talking to, a Democratic senator or something like that, he would at least try to ask questions that the other side would ask. And he acted like a journalist. But, so anyway, thank you, Ted Koppel. All right. We're going to... Let's see. Let's go into. We'll get some headlines here. Like I said, we came in. My show has changed because of my guest had to bail, so that's cool. Let's see. Oh, there's a good one in here about 50+ journalists, politicians, and celebrities and grifters who peddled the Russia collusion hoax. I'm not gonna. If you go, I'll tell you where this article is. It's in PJ Media. This is an interesting article just showing, let me do that's a web article. Okay. I don't know why how did that happen? Anyway, you can't even see it that well, but, let's see. Anyway, this article, if you go to PJ Media, it's an article by Deb Heine. I'm not going to go through it because it's really, really long, but it does talk about a lot of these people that have video clips and things like that. So I don't even know why I showed you that, but it's a pretty good article. Anyway, let's get in. Let's find some. You know what? Let's do this. I don't even have my timer out. My timer's here. It's 9:30. Let's go to Twitter trends. What the hell's going on with my phone? All right, there we go. All right, so that'll help me keep time. All right, let's go to Twitter trends because that's what we do every day. And I haven't even started on Twitter trends. I didn't even look at them. So we're gonna see. I also got one little Twitter issue that that came up yesterday. Some of the other shows talked about it, but it's annoying me to no end. But we'll get to that later. Let's go to Twitter trends. Let me get the right screen here real quick. Fix that. And it is Friday. And on Twitter, almost any day of the week, you're going to have the name of the day of the week in the trends. And it must not be a really big news day because three different Fridays are in the top 10 Twitter trends. But like I do every day, we only do one. And since the top one is Friday Feelings, let's go to the Friday Feelings Twitter, the trending on Twitter. And let's see what the top thing is. Probably something oh no, it's not BitChute. Usually, or BitTube. BitTube usually monopolizes these Twitter trends. But the first top Twitter trend under Friday Feeling is from someone named A.A. Milne, obviously taking their name from the playwright Milne. She wore her yellow sunbonnet. She wore her greenest gown. She turned to the south wind and curtsied up and down. She turned to the sunlight and shook her yellow head and whispered to her neighbor, "Winter is dead." Talking about the daffodils, I'm sure somewhere in the country there's daffodils blooming. I still have snow melting on my lawn. Actually, it's just some ice on the north side of my house that doesn't get any sun. But the last of the snow is finally melting in the Twin Cities. Although my neighbor, as I look out over my neighbor's front yard, he still has piles where he had a full 5 feet piled up on the corner of his driveway from shoveling. But hey, the daffodils are coming, baby. And I got a lot of daffodils in my yard. I can't wait till they come up. That's the sure sign of spring. Here in Texas, everything is in bloom. Well, yeah. Who was that? Max Del Rio. Max, I love Texas. All right, now more Friday feeling. BitTube, I don't care. Steve Harvey, skip it into the weekend like, reply with a GIF that describes your weekend plans. Ooh, okay. Let's see. That is kind of funny. Watch Steve. Okay, let's reply to Steve Harvey. Reply with a GIF that describes your weekend plans. Let's see. Oops, not there. I gotta get a GIF. Let's see if something comes up here. Okay, there we go. Here's a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna be cleaning something. Oh. Can y'all see? Yeah, the Mr. Clean gif. I'm gonna be it's spring cleaning, man. It's spring cleaning time. There we go, Steve Harvey. I acquiesce to your wishes, and you're gonna see the sexy Mr. Clean cleaning something. Oh, good Lord. Okay, what else? Anything good on Friday? Let's go to, let's see. Wishing Bob England's oldest man the happiest birthday as he turned an incredible 111 years old. Wow. Could you imagine? Although I think the world's oldest woman, there was a person 111 years old that just died. Or no, not 111, 119? She was older than 111, but still 111 years old. Imagine all the shit this guy's seen. Oh, they're talking to him on BBC Radio. Should we see what Bob has to say? It's only a minute long. Let's see what Bob has to say.
Oh my goodness. What? That's a dunce's cap.
I do know that I'm going to get a strike for this video because there's music in the background. And every time I play one of these videos with the music in the background, someone decides they're going to monetize my video, even though my videos are not monetized. I get it every damn time. Oh, let's do it without the sound. You know what? Y'all got to remind me. Y'all got to remind me when I forget stuff. What do we need? What do we need in my stream? What do I need? I'm going to wait until I hear the right answer in the chat or see the right answer in the chat. So you just, what do I need? What do we got to have on the Morning Night Live? Someone's going to say it. Come on. 70s porn music. Yeah. Okay. Judges, I need a ruling. All right, you got it. Some funk. We need the funk. Seamus got it. We need some funk. Here we go. Can you hear that? Now this is a little. This is kind of more of a little mellow kind of sound. Almost something that you hear in an elevator or where else would you hear this? In the grocery store, at a picnic on the park. This kind of has a Chuck Mangione vibe to it, you know? Kind of smooth, kind of mellow, but I like those background horns. What the hell, C. Thomas? Somebody stop him. All right, we got the funk going. Let's get back to Friday feelings, and we'll just read what the old man has to say, because I'm not getting a strike today. Are they going to write it down? He's the oldest man in England. Yes, he is. I've lived through 2 world wars. Yeah, dude. The dude was alive during both world wars. Goodness gracious. And a number of governments, any number of governments, prime ministers, kings and queens. presidents, and everything else. And it's been fascinating. What do you think about Brexit? They ask him. I think about it, but I think it's a total mess. I don't know what's going to happen. What's your secret to longevity? Are y'all jamming along? I have no answer, except to avoid dying. Yeah, way to go. Way to go, Bob. You are awesome. I love it. All right. And back to, let's get one Good Friday feeling before we move on. Oh, now, you know, cats are always a Good Friday feeling, even though I'm a dog person. But thanks, there's one for the dog person too. Wolf Conservation Center, but that's not going to be the one. Hey, you know, it's funny because the last, one time, it was about 10 years ago, the oldest man living in America, I think he was like 108 at the time, and someone was saying, you know, what is your secret to longevity? And, I'm going to put Twitter back on here. His secret to longevity was having a cigar and a bourbon every day. You know, when you're that old, do you think anyone gives a shit if you're smoking still? All right. Now, so there's the cat, there's the dog, but I need one Good Friday feeling, because we're gonna milk Friday feeling for all it's worth until I get a good one. What the hell is that? Fire agate colored in a deep chocolate brown and displaying a dazzling iridescent effect from Deer Creek, Arizona. Wow, that is kind of cool. Look at that. Come on, show the picture. That is a stone. That's freaky, man. That's pretty cool. All right. Okay, here we go. Mark Twain, laughter is the greatest weapon we have, and we, as humans, use it the least. I think we're learning to use laughter as a weapon more. I think the memes are part of that trend of using laughter as a weapon. All right, I got to turn this down. I'm jamming this funk in my headphones so loud. I know you can't hear it like I'm hearing it, but now I can't even concentrate. This is kind of a kicking tune. Yeah, I kind of like that. All right. Clap your hands, everybody. Everybody just clap your hands. All right. Anyway. All right. Let's move on. Let's go on to Twitter. We got to get going here because I'm wasting a lot of time here. Twitter trend number 2. Someday. Come on, computer. There we go. Friday feeling, Friday motivation. Nope. We had some Friday feeling. All right. What's the top motivation? What? Hardline stance. Basic Becky. This sweet girl of mine is about to chop off those locks and donate. Oh, you know what? And donate. My daughter did this. We did not cut her hair. I think the first time we cut her hair was when she was like 3 years old, and it literally went down to her butt because she's only this tall. But and then we cut her hair and donated to Locks of Loves and you know, let her know what we were doing, and she thought that was just the coolest thing. And so she's done that a few times where she let her hair grow out super long, donated to Locks of Loves. What Locks of Loves does, if you're not familiar with that, they're an organization that will take donated hair and make wigs out of it for people who are having cancer treatments and, you know, who lose their hair. So it's a really cool organization. If you're not familiar with it, it's a great thing. So that's good. I like that. All right. That's a good motivation of the day. I'm not going to, also, by the way, today is trending number 3, Vietnam War Veterans Day. You know, believe it or not, we're even starting to lose Vietnam War veterans of some of old age. And you know, obviously there's a few World War II veterans left. My father was a veteran of Korea. You know, Vietnam, you know, it's only 60 years ago now, almost 60 years. 50, I'm sorry, 50. And it was, you know, less than 50 years that the Vietnam War ended, but it started almost 60 years ago. So thank a veteran today, even if it's not a Vietnam War veteran. You know, one thing it's funny, my wife is such a great heart. You know, Lady Boomer, some of you have heard her here and there. my wife is, anytime almost she sees someone wearing a military veteran hat, or even people who are active duty, or people who are wearing their camos in like a McDonald's or something, my wife is so quick to buy their meal or buy their groceries. One time though, she had a guy. There was this old guy behind her in the store, and she told the cashier, okay, let's sure, she had a basket, and she's making sure she's like, told the cashier, hey, when this guy rings him up, here's my card, just hold on to it, and when he gets through the line, we'll take care of it for him. Because he had one of those, I think it was might have been a Korean veteran hat on. What you didn't know, that his wife hadn't caught up with him in the line yet, and they had 2 full baskets. It was like $200. But anyway, she bought it for him anyway, and thanked him for being a military veteran and for what he does for our country. And that's, you got to thank them. Even if it's, every once in a while I'll see a police officer in a McDonald's, I'll say, hey, I got your food, man. He's like, that's not a shame. I'm like, no, we appreciate you guys. So that's kind of a pay it forward thing. The Independence Fund. The Independence Fund serves Vietnam veterans and caregivers of all eras through a wide variety of programs. We will continue to honor our Vietnam veteran families on Vietnam War Veterans Day and every day thereafter. So Jake Tapper is also really, whatever you think of Jake Tapper, is a journalist. He is, he's one of those people who are staunchly supportive of our military veterans, and so he whatever you think of his style or whatever, that's one area where I really, really, really respect Jake Tapper. So some pictures of some of the military vets who were in Vietnam, etc., like that. All right, so that's number 3 trending on Twitter today. You'll probably see that one up for most of the day, and good for them. Donald Trump. Oh, Jesus. All I'm going to do is I'm going to read the president and vice president's statement. I'm not going to go into their Twitter because I know they're being dragged, but I don't care. Donald Trump, on this Vietnam War Veterans Day, we celebrate our brave Vietnam veterans and all of America's veterans. Thank you for your service to our great nation. Mike Pence replies, this is Vietnam War Veterans Day. We honor those who paid the ultimate sacrifice in defense of freedom and express our eternal gratitude for all Vietnam veterans and their families. Yes, Donald Trump got out on whatever he did. The more that I hear about different people who did that, at least he hasn't claimed that he was a Vietnam vet like some people did. So he fully knows that he did not have to go. All right, moving on. We're gonna skip. Number 4 is changed. Agnes Varda, trending with French New Wave. Rest in peace, Agnes Varda. Phases Places. French New Wave director Agnes Varda dies at age 90. I don't know anything about her. Oh, okay. Well, here it is. Varda became the oldest ever Oscar nominee for her documentary Faces Places in 2017. Her family confirmed her death to The Hollywood Reporter. So she's the oldest ever. I don't know anything about her, but okay. Rest in peace, Agnes Varda. All right. And with that little thing over the E, I probably pronounced it wrong, but there you go. Friday Thoughts is number 5. We're skipping that. Power Trip. What is this? Reminder to get your votes in for today's initials game. What? Use the hashtag Power Trip. Okay, that must be local because K-Fan is a radio station here in the Twin Cities. It's a sports radio station, but I don't know what I see Power Trip is trending, a great album by one of my favorite bands. I don't know who that band is. Monster Magnet. I never heard of that, but I don't think that's why Power Trip is. Why is Power Trip trending? Okay, weird. It's trending for all different kinds of reasons. So I guess some of the K-Fan. Because the K-Fan people are trying to win something. Okay, never mind. Don't care. Don't care. What up there? What if you're American citizen? I support your right to whatever opinion you have, even if I don't agree with it. Right on, Necro. Right on. Wait, Lady Boomer was in the military? No. Lady Boomer wasn't in the military. No. Lady Boomer supports the military whenever she sees a vet or somebody. She often buys things for veterans. In fact, we even did that the other day. There was an old couple at the table at the restaurant we're eating in, and we tracked their waiter down. And my wife's like, okay, we're going to pay the bill. And she did, and then it went and thanked him. Sometimes she does it anonymously too, and doesn't even tell them. They just smile and whatever, and they don't know who did it, and they're like, oh, that's really cool. All right, number 7 trending. Oh gosh, here we go. Someone bitching about Trump. Great Lakes, because Trump is in Michigan. President Trump, I support the Great Lakes. Always have. They're beautiful. They're big, very deep. Record deepness, right? And I'm going to get full funding of $300 million for the Great Lakes restoration initiatives. And then Daniel Dale, every Trump budget proposes steep cuts to the Great Lakes restoration. Congress ignores him every year and fully funds it. Trump goes to Michigan and brags he's fully funding Great Lakes restoration, which you've been trying to get for over 30 years. So apparently the record deep, that's how Trump speaks. And that's my problem. He's not, sometimes he can be really eloquent, and sometimes he could just sound like he's making a list of things that are popping out of his head, and record deepness. That is kind of funny. Record deepness. I think I've met her. No. No, I didn't say that. No. Disavow. I'm disavowing myself right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the opinions the opinions expressed on the Morning Night Live do not necessarily represent the opinions of the Morning Night Live and its host, P-Dog Knight. Oh, hello, Tyler F. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the shit show, because that's I don't know. And damn it, Chadwick Dupree, I didn't see you sneak in here. How did I miss you? And Scrappy. Okay, the gang is all here. All hail the gang. We got almost 25 people in there, 21 watching now. That's awesome. Oh Lord, what is wrong with me? Okay, so Great Lakes is trending just because everyone's pissed at Trump again. Anything Trump says or anything Trump tweets, Sheagrath, what's up? Everything Trump tweets and everything Trump says, something from Trump's going to be trending of the day, and that is it. Great freaking Lakes. All right, let's go on. Shangela. Shangela got a standing ovation from Beyonce for her Beyonce. Oh, Hey, I need a sip of my reparations coffee. Hang on. This is Shangela. All eyes were on former Drag Race contestant Shangela when she performed a medley at the GLAAD Awards ahead of Beyonce and Jay-Z receiving the Vanguard Award. I'm just curious if the people who gave Beyonce and Jay-Z the Vanguard Award at the GLAAD Awards have ever listened to a Jay-Z album. Especially some of his earlier stuff. No, this is not trans. It's a man. It's a drag. They're drag queen, Drag Race. Now, people on Drag Race could be transgender, but a lot of them are not. A lot of them are just, performers, drag performers. So let's, it's not, yeah, so anyway, that's just a, anyway, apparently she did a Beyonce medley and did really, or he did, I don't know who, but there's Jay-Z, and oh, Jay-Z's letting his hair grow out. Damn. Yeah, so they gave her standing ovation. Okay. So that's the GLAAD Awards, and I don't think they've listened to any of Jay-Z's early stuff, because I don't know if they would be wanting to honor him. Just saying. Okay. Let's see. Rasmussen's trending. Why? Rasmussen has Trump at 50% approval rating, and the left has lost their shit. Must be Friday. You know, the left doesn't like Rasmussen anyway. But hey, who was one of the most accurate polling agencies prior to the last election? Oh, we'll look at the Twitchy, how Twitchy reports this. Twitchy is the, Twitchy watches Twitter and tries to see what the left's going on. So let's see how Twitchy reports this one. Because Rasmussen's trending. After the left's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad week, Trump just rubs salt in their wounds, and the meltdown is glorious. Hey, 50% approval rating, because he, of course, Trump tweeted that. Yeah, his approval rating is going up after the old Mueller investigation. But you know, Rasmussen, I don't know how they do it, but they always have just a slightly higher than everybody else. But I don't care. You know, they're one polling agency out of many, and I think a lot of them have them around 50%. Nobody owns the libs like Trump. Look at this insanity. Severdammy says, can you imagine bragging so hard at getting 50% on a job review or a grade in class? Also, this is Rasmussen, so it doesn't really count. Oh, good. They just can't deal with it. Ain't it grand? Job approval on the economy, job approval for policy, congressional job approval, direction of country. The doctor with his no, whatever that is, Rasmussen is a conservative-leaning poll. That's like asking HuffPost to do a poll on you. I wonder. Rasmussen is a very biased poll. He's never been at 50%. He lives between 39 and 43, depending on how many Nazis he embraces. Well, you know, I don't know that President Obama ever got to 50% either. Or he got there once, but then he was always hanging around 39 to 43 too. That's the big thing. Everyone, you know, they like to say, oh, how is it compared to Obama's at the same time in his presidency? And they are very comparable, but just different people liked him. So, whatever. Polls mean nothing to me. I want to know what they're doing. Hey, Diesel Dave, how you doing, man? These dopes keep trying to shift the goalpost. Oh yeah, shift the goalpost? You mean like, oh, why isn't it working? Oh, give it a second. Give it a second. Give it a second, and there it goes. There we go. I love it. All right, what else? Rasmussen, LOL. If that's the best you got, you're in mega trouble. Trump's net approval rate fell 23 points in Michigan. Oh, Trump beat Hillary Clinton by less than 1% in Michigan in the 2016 presidential election. Well, when's that from, though? What's the date of that thing? Okay, Rasmussen is the least accurate poller in the country. Poller. They said Poller in the country. And bias. And bias. That's the definition of propaganda and fake news. Rasmussen polls were the least accurate of the major pollsters in 2010, having an average error of 5.8 points and pro-Republican bias of 3.9 according to Silver's model. Well, wait a minute, hold up. Are they talking about Nate Silver? Nate effing Silver? How accurate has Nate Silver been in the last, I don't know, bunch of elections? Interesting. Rasmussen again, the most unreliable polling device. Get a grip on reality. Your average in all polls is 52.8% disapproval. In the Gallup poll, March 1 through 10, when did that report come out? Disapproval was by 57%. Even the 50% you tout is less than any president has got beginning his third year. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I guess, I guess maybe you know something I don't know. I don't know. It's the salt, brother. It's the salt. That's all it is the salt. What are you going to do with your life? Oh, little Twisted Sister reference. Where'd that come from? Oh, everyone. Why is D. Schneider? Okay, how'd this happen? What's going on in my chat that we're talking about Twisted Sister? I bet y'all didn't even think I knew who Twisted Sister was, did you? I know my Twisted Sister. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. Or I wanna ride. Doom, doom, doom. That's what you were referencing there, right? What the hell's going on in my chat? That's okay. As long as y'all are having fun, I'm having fun. All right, let's move on. Cameron Maybin. Never heard of Cameron Maybin. Who the hell? Okay, Indians signed Cameron Maybin to a minor league contract, but I'm a little worried he doesn't know what to do with the bat. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Why the club signed free agent outfielder Cameron Maybin to a minor league deal? Okay, yippee. I hope he gets back up into the bigs. A lot of baseball stuff probably coming out because yesterday was opening day, and my Twinkies, and they're my Twinkies by default, because I lived here I've lived here 30 years now. Holy shit! I've lived in the Twin Cities for 30 freaking years. Unbelievable. And by the way, also besides, let's see, next week, let's see. What day next week? I think it's on FTG Thursday. On our next FTG Thursday, which is April 4th, that's the day I officially become a senior freaking citizen. Good God. We'll have a special show that day, I guess. Even though it'll be FTG Thursday. But it won't be FTG Thursday, as in this guy, but FTG that guy Thursday. I will be 50 freaking 5 years old. I don't look 55, do I? I don't feel 55. I don't sound 55. All right, what's next one? Mark Fox. I bet it's a baseball guy. I don't know who it is, but it's got to be a baseball guy. Oh, no. Cal is in negotiations to hire former Georgia coach Mark Fox, source told the stadium. What does Mark Fox coach, though? Oh, basketball program. Only Cal could look at the trash heap that is their basketball program and think, yeah, Mark Fox, that'll fix it. Cal isn't really known for its basketball program anyway. I'm just saying. That's sports. We don't talk sports on the show. I'm sorry. Baker will go back. Let's see. Number 12, Cadet Bone Spurs. Yeah, that's in reference to Vietnam Veterans something day. Vietnam War Veterans Day, and so Cadet Bone Spurs is trending. I knew that would be there. PETA gonna get to take advantage of the senior discounts at Denny's and jealous? Hell yeah, I'm gonna be taking. See, Lady Boomer already gets to do that. I'm next. Oh God. Okay, I don't go to Denny's. First of all, the reason I don't go to Denny's, at least very often, is because they don't have Denny's in Minnesota anymore. All the Denny's closed in the Twin Cities. There are Denny's some places, but usually if you go to some place that has a Denny's, they also have a Waffle House, and I love me some Waffle House when I'm in the South. So yeah, we don't do Denny's. Occasionally we do a Perkins, but I like, what I really like is anytime we go to a different town, even if it's some small town, we'll just ask, okay, we want to go to some really good local place for breakfast, like Greasy Spoons and stuff like that. And man, it's like, someone will always know, hey, what's a place that you would go to that's not, some restaurant chain? And somebody will always send me someplace that's really, really good. In fact, I had one right by my house that I went to this morning before I started the show. That's why I was a little late, even though I did get to start a little on time. Joe Ray, Minnesota Twins, Jose Burritos had 10 strikeouts, allowing no runs today. The last player in franchise history to have a double-digit strikeout without allowing a run on opening day. Walter Johnson, 4-11, 1917. Yeah, he had a hell of a day pitching. Actually, it was a big... Okay, I know this is just a little inside baseball thing, but the Twins game was a real pitcher's duel. It was something else. And I don't even follow baseball that much, but I just happened to catch the highlights and reading the story about the Twins, and it was a pitcher's duel. Okay, all right. We have a Perkins here. There's a Denny's in a town over, at least. Yeah. We don't. Yeah, no more Denny's in the Twin Cities. All right. Of course, Cadet Bone Spurs. Everyone, the people dragging Donald Trump on the Veterans Day, the Vietnam Veterans Day. Dawson Knox. Let me guess. I don't know who Dawson. Oh, we just timed Ole Miss football tight end Dawson Knox at 4.57 on his first 40. Losing Knox to injury is a huge disappointment for the Senior Bowl. Iowa's TJ Hawkinson is a very good prospect, justifiably getting first-round buzz, but Dawson Knox is similar. Nobody's talking about him. Yeah, he got injured, and he's going to be a steal in the draft, possibly. But again, that's another. That would be another sports thing. Lyft Ipo. Lyft is going public, baby. The debut of Lyft shares at a valuation of $24 billion marks the arrival of Japanese billionaire Hiroshi Mikitani. Japan's online shopping king. Okay, so Lyft had an IPO, and apparently someone bought up a shitload ton of Lyft. Okay, Theresa May's Brexit. Yeah. Oh, this might have been a good day to have Bear here. Theresa May's Brexit deal has been defeated for a third time. Oh, man. Excuse me, folks. Give me a second here. I gotta send Bear a message. Hey, and we're killing time pretty good here. How are we doing out there, chat? Well, I'm sending Bear a message here. Okay, then we hit the next button, and we're gonna say, Bear, what the F is wrong with Theresa May? No deal. No deal. And since this is the third one, no deal. H me, you. Oh, poor Bear, poor Bear, poor Bear. In triplicate, because no deal, no deal, no deal. Breaking, emergency EU summit called for April 10th. Donald Tusk, the president of the European Council, said he has called for an emergency summit after May's deal suffered another loss. 344 to 286. It wasn't even close. We're reaching the limits of this process, May says. Breaking. Yeah, suffers another loss. Well, you know, they got to figure it out. They got to figure. Oh, we're talking baseball in the chat. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, they got to. I don't know what's going to go on with that, man. People are not happy. All right, what else? British Parliament. I'll put you back on the screen. British Parliament. Rasmussen. People are talking about Rasmussen's fall. Byron Jones. undergoes hip surgery, off-season in doubt. He's from the Cowboys. Jake Chelios. Who's Jake Chelios? Red Wings. Today recalling right wing Martin Fink and defenseman Jake Chelios from the AHL's Grand Rapids. If you're a hockey fan, there you go. Vatican City. Oh, Puja. What the hell is... Oh, wait. The Gleaners. What are the Gleaners? Is that a band? They're trending. Oh, that's the lady, what's her face, that passed away, Agnes Varda. So, yeah, Agnes Varda is a director. She died today. Oldest director ever to be nominated for an Academy Award. Puja. Okay, this must be some Bollywood shit or something. Manesh Babu and Pooja Hedge starer Maharishi's first song is an anthem of friendship. Superstar actor Mahesh Babu unveiled the first song from Maharshi, Choti Choti Batstein. The song features Mahesh Babu, Alari Nanesh, and Pooja Hedge, and showcases the journey of their friendship. Take a look. Well, this has got to be something that's going to get me strikes. I'm not going to play it, but apparently some Indian folk, as in the Indian in the eastern continent of Asia, or the continent of Asia, put out some songs. So if you're interested in Choti Choti Batin, you can find it on YouTube now. You're in luck. You're in luck, people. I know you were just dying for that one. Okay, Vatican City. Pope issues law with penalties. Uh-oh. Pope. Oh, freaking New York Times. F for the New York Times in the chat, please. F the New York Times. Not FTG, just F. Let's see what's going on with the Vatican City. We'll just go into the trending tab and find something not from the New York Times. Vatican mandates Vatican officials, diplomats to report suspicion of child abuse. Guys, why isn't that a given? Let's read the article. Vatican City. Pope Francis has approved the first overarching child protection policy for Vatican City State, mandating that all personnel of the Catholic Church headquarters report any suspicion of abuse of a minor or vulnerable person to the Vatican's judicial authorities. Just the Vatican City, sir? Really? How about everywhere? The pontiff has likewise... Oh, okay, there we go. The pontiff has likewise obligated the church's diplomatic officials around the world to report suspicions of abuse by other diplomats to the Vatican, aka all the other bishops. The move made by the Pope is an apostolic letter and a new Vatican City State law released March 29th and has been touted by church officials in advance as the first concrete result of Francis's Global Summit on Clergy Sexual Abuse held in February. His introduction to the apostolic letter issued motu proprio in his own initiative. Francis calls protecting minors and vulnerable people an integral part of the church's mission. Well, that would be progress. Good. I don't need to read the rest of that. But that's why the Vatican City is trending. Okay. Well, it's about time. Now if we could just get the... What's that country? Benin, where they're going to start stoning people? And that's not a... Oh, Brunei. We talked about that yesterday. Anyway, so that's Twitter trends for today. You know what? I've always been saying I've got to have some Twitter trend music. What? What do you mean the Walking Dead theme? What the hell? Oh, my my music, like, what happened? Here, there we go. So can we still, all right, that's pretty good. I like that, whatever that is. Okay, good. I decided to turn it up. I don't hear my own music because I turn it way down while I'm talking because it distracts me, but I hope it doesn't distract you too much. Sheograth, oh, yeah, you know, you're kind of known for the, you're known for the funnies. Let's see what the funny is here. What's the difference between a priest and pimples? Oh, God, no. No. Pimples wait until your teenage years to come on your face. Disavow! Disavow! Disavow. Ladies and gentlemen, the opinions and jokes on the Morning Night Live do not necessarily represent the opinion of the Morning Night Live or its host, yours truly, P. Dawg Knight. Wow, that's rough. Do not make a joke about that. Okay, that's one of the awful jokes that you probably can't tell anymore in the world because, you know, it's just, you can't have those jokes because they're not funny but they're funny as hell. But I can't say it. I cannot. Let's find a couple headlines before we go. Just a couple headlines. By the way, the Morning Night Live is sponsored by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. You can support this channel by hitting the like button right now if you haven't so already, because right now, let's take a look at where we're at in the likes. I got 11 likes, but I got 21 people here. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. The share button is right down here somewhere. Where's my hand? Right down there. That arrow. It says share. Even if you wait till after the show to share it, share the show afterwards. I don't care. Just share the show. You know what? By the way, I must thank all of you. Since I started doing the Morning Night Live, I've almost quadrupled my subscribers, and I credit all of you and all the people who come here now and then, word of mouth, what? Always pre-read Sheograth's jokes before reading out loud. Just ask Ranting Monkey. Yeah, I've seen that before. I'm familiar with that, and I did read it in ahead of time. You might have to donate to say that shit anymore though. But it's okay. It's all good. It's all context. Context. I'm gonna sip a coffee to context. Alrighty then. All right, let's see. I'm gonna find a couple headlines on my favorite. You can ride this ride with me. In fact, looking at headlines from the Ace of Spades blog, the morning headlines that we get every day. Excuse me. Let's see. Pelosi doubles down. AG Barr is condescending and arrogant. We do not need your interpretation. Wow. We're actually going to read this one because, of course, now again, it's a Bartbrad article. But did she actually say that? Let's see here.
The Barr letter quotes the Mueller report, and it says, the investigation did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference activities. Are you ready to accept that there was no collusion between the Trump campaign and the Russians?
What I'm ready to do is act for the people with our bill to lower costs for prescription drugs and health care, increase paychecks by building the infrastructure of America.
I know I stopped this in the middle of her sentence. Wages have been rising at the fastest rate they have in years. Just FYI, it's just, obviously because the news doesn't like to. Let's just put it this way: the news in the last couple of years have been focusing a lot on what's that place? East is that way. Although on your screen it's that way. Because east, west. But whatever. But they've been focusing on Russia and not what's happening here. And so you wouldn't know that wages are rising, right? Right? Yeah, I did interrupt her. But she, Pelosi is and I'm not saying this is unique to Pelosi, because plenty of the politicians on the right are also very good at what is known as spin. But anyway, let's see what she says here.
And having honest government as we passed H.R. 1. In terms of this is a responsibility we have to uphold the Constitution. I have said, and I'll say again, no thank you, Mr. Attorney General. We do not need your interpretation. Show us the report.
Yeah, here's the thing. This is so funny because how many, let's see. So the report was given to the Justice Department on Friday. And now they're saying that it's probably about 300 pages long, and so they've got to go through the report. But they also have to go through and make sure that they do not break the law when they present this report to the public. So they have to redact things that would be, that, for example, would reveal things from the grand jury. They have to redact things that would be classified information. So it takes a little time to do that, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to see the report. I would be happy if they put this report out unredacted, but it doesn't. No report's going to come out. I don't think for example, when the Ken Stark report came out, after that long, I want to call it a fiasco or whatever you want to call it. Hey, King Bob, how are you? I did not see you sneak in here. And Check Your Logic is here. Hi. Were you already here? Okay, good. A lot of you here. Anyway, I don't think the Ken Starr report was immediately released. At least I don't think so. I don't think that they went straight to the Justice Department and then the Justice Department put it out there, because the Justice Department was still being run by Clinton, but it didn't immediately get released. Weren't the Democrats still in charge of the Senate at the time? Well, the Justice Department they were, because the Justice Department is part of the executive branch. So anyway, let's see what Paul Z says here.
Own conclusions. We don't need you interpreting for us. It was condescending, it was arrogant, and it wasn't the right thing to do.
Oh my God. Okay, pot, meat, kettle.
So the sooner they can give us the information, the sooner we can all make a judgment about it. Let me just say again what I said to you.
I'm going to give you 2 words. No. Oh, excuse me. How many words is this going to be? It's going to be more than 2 words. No more indictments. That's 3 words. Okay.
Before. And somebody thought I was joking when I said this. I'm deadly serious.
Did you see her face when she said that? Look at her face when she said she's mad. She's righteously indignant.
And somebody thought I was joking when I said this. I'm deadly serious.
Did you see her jaw clench? Here, let's make this bigger so you can see it. Watch her jaw clench when she says this. She's pissed off.
And somebody thought I was joking when I said this. I'm deadly serious.
Her dentures almost popped out. She was so mad. Good God.
If a foreign government comes to you and says they have information on your opponent, I say to any member of Congress or person running for office.
Hello. Let me remind you. Who provided and I'm putting this in quotes because, anyway, who provided the information for the Steele dossier? Chat? I think you know the answer to that, right? Who provided the information? Well, Christopher Steele is part of a foreign government, and the people he paid for the information were from a foreign government. What did she just say here? What did she just say?
Any member of Congress or person running for office, you take that right to the FBI.
No. Her question was
on your opponent.
Here, listen to this question.
I said this. I'm deadly serious.
See, her dentures almost fell out. Look at that face. She's not happy. And that's fine. I get it. She doesn't have to be happy. But listen.
If a foreign government comes to you and says they have information on your opponent, I say to any member of Congress or person running for office.
Interesting. If anyone comes to you and says a foreign government has information on your opponent, now, the people who paid for the Steele whatever dossier through Perkins Coie, because we talked about that dude who wrote the New York Times article earlier. If you weren't here, go back and watch it if you want to. Perkins Coie was the Democratic National Committee and Hillary Clinton getting information from a foreign government on who was her opponent again? I think her opponent was Donald Trump, wasn't it? So that was information from a foreign government about your opponent. Now what the hell should she say here? What did she say? Now this is the first time I'm seeing this, so I know I got to keep going back and forth. But I think. Hi, Piccolo. Man, people are popping up all over the place. I love it. Good morning.
Member of Congress or person running for office, you take that right to the FBI.
Okay.
So for this report to say that there was no tacit cooperation, well, yeah, if they didn't bring the information to the FBI, they were delinquent in their responsibilities.
Yeah, I don't know about
yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, enough of Paul Z. Pelosi. Whatever her name is. Nancy Pelosi. Excuse me. I don't need to read the Breitbart article. That was good enough. That was enough for me to hear. Okay, back to Ace. Republicans on House Intelligence Committee issue a letter calling for Schiff for Brains to resign. Yeah, they're all trying to get Schiff to resign. I think that's a silly thing, even though Schiff has been... Well, Schiff... Here's the problem with Adam Schiff. 2 years ago, or whenever this whole thing came about, Adam Schiff said they already have the evidence that Trump colluded with Russia, and if Schiff didn't provide that information to the FBI, and now he's complaining about the report that came out by Mueller, then that's his own fault, because apparently Schiff had the proof, he had the evidence, he had it all, but he never provided it, so that's his own damn fault. It's his own damn fault. I mean, if you still have that, Adam Schiff, I know for some crazy chance you should see me talking to you right here. Here, I'll even make it easy for you to see me. Mr. Schiff, and I'm not talking to you because you're here and I'm here. This show is for you, but not you. But you, Adam Schiff, you. Not you, you. Adam Schiff, if you have that evidence still that you said you had, I would suggest perhaps that you turn it in to the FBI and maybe ask them to do a special dispensation of that information. And hey, then, I'm still not doing it. That was dumb. You, not you, you're with me. You, Adam Schiff. If you got it, you should probably hand it in now. You're running late. You're running out of time, dude. Because the first term's already coming. We're already past the halfway point in the first term, so just there you go. You know what? I'm just not you. That you're with me. You, Adam Schiff, right there. You, if you happen to see this. Okay, more headlines. Republicans turn attention to John Brennan. Yeah, Brennan. I got a feeling, and I don't think just the Republicans, but I think there's going to be. Someone in the Justice Department is going to be starting to call out some names, I think. I really do. I think someone in the Justice Department is going to start calling out names. And there might be some prosecutions from, you know, let's just say this. It's some of these people are firmly entrenched in the swamp and probably need to be pulled out of it and put somewhere else. Let's see, Rand Paul says, Brennan insisted Steele dossier be included in the intelligence report, demands full investigation. Yeah, you know, I think, what, isn't the Steele dossier already in the investigation? Oh, I see what he's saying. Well, okay, so Senator Rand Paul on Wednesday demanded a full investigation into former Obama officials who were involved in the Trump-Russia hoax and called for former CI Chief John Brennan to come before Congress ASAP. Paul tweeted that a high-level source informed him that Brennan had insisted that the unverified Steele dossier be included in the 2017 U.S. intelligence assessment of Russia interference in the 2016 election. Well, since they haven't, the key points in that dossier were never verified, why would it be in there? Kentucky Republican also tweeted that it's time for Congress to investigate the Obama officials behind the Russian hoax, including Obama himself. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I mean, at least for sure the Andrew McCabe, Strzok and Page, Comey, Loretta Lynch. Of course, that's not related to the Russia hoax, I guess. But definitely the Hillary Clinton campaign. I mean, come on. The reason we're talking about this is because the wrong person won the election. And so the person who should have been the first female president of the United States decided that we're going to try to find a way to blame it on Russia. And then we had what did they call it? The insurance policy. Yeah, remember that? Remember those words? Oh, my. Brennan has denied in the past that he included the now discredited Clinton campaign-funded dossier in the intelligence community report, but at least two other top intelligence officials claim he did. Yeah, Brennan is a dirty dude. I don't know. All right. Let's see. We got one more. Let's kind of rush through this a little bit because I got to get going. Mexican president responds to Trump threat to shut down the southern border. Okay. Let's go. Smollett. Yep. We talked about this yesterday in our supplemental. Chicago demands Smollett pay $130,000 to the city, threatens new charge if he doesn't pay up. We talked about that. Yeah, the new charge, because there's interesting because the state charges were dropped, but they also have Chicago also has some municipal laws that that say you can't lie to somebody during an investigation. And since it was a municipal, thing, so he's still in trouble with the city of Chicago, and he's probably still in trouble with the FBI. The Illinois Prosecutors Bar Association slams Kim Foxx for Jussie Smollett decision. Yeah, we went through a bunch of those yesterday. We went through a bunch of the they found a bunch of prior cases with, the Kim Foxx was saying that, oh yeah, we've done this before. This, these kinds of cases, sometimes we just have them do this and then we drop the charges. Well, apparently, the Chicago Crime Blog found a bunch of different cases, and in all of the cases where there was a felony charge of disorderly conduct, in every single one of them, the plea bargain included the defendant pleading guilty and then doing community service and paying a fine. The only cases that were dismissed were ones that were misdemeanor charges, and they were only dismissed after the community service was performed. And usually the lowest one was 30 hours of community service. All of the rest were much, much more. So, hey, what else? Black conservative group, Project 21, Jussie Smollett, either the luckiest guy in the world or the shrewdest. Yeah, he's pretty shrewd. Oh, Fox fights back. Cook County prosecutor insists sealing records was unintentional. Admits she didn't recuse herself from the Smollett case. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit yesterday. Cook County State Attorney Kim Fox fought back against the allegations that her office provided special treatment to Jussie Smollett and that the prosecutor's petition for Smollett's records to be sealed, cutting off access for reporters and information seekers. But her office now admits that Fox did not officially recuse herself from Smollett's case, despite her claims. In an interview with Chicago's ABC affiliate Wednesday night, Fox claimed that the Cook County prosecutor's office did not persuade the judge to seal the Empire Star records and that the court file was sealed inadvertently. Oh my! Oh, what such a mistake! And was in the process of being unsealed. Oh, they're unsealing it? Oh, good. That's good. Then now you can get a FOIA request and see all of those records. Yeah, that shit ain't happening. You know that's not happening, liars. That's news to Chicago journalists who noted that Wednesday's Freedom of Information Act release, which included comprehensive case files from the Chicago Police Department, was done pursuant to a loophole in the seal order, exempting documents in control of the Chicago Police Department and the City of Chicago from the seal. As soon as the FOIA documents became public, a second, more comprehensive order was issued, closing the loophole. He's got friends in high places who will seal all the records, and he's got an aces right up his sleeve. He's such a skeeve. Motherfucker. Police spokesman Andy Guglielmi, remember him, told reporters that the department had in fact received a second court order mandating that their records be kept confidential, according to reporter Stephanie Walsh. 24 hours after Fox's interview, Smollett's case is still under seal. Thursday morning, a handful of Chicago reporters appeared in court in an effort to gain access to documents in the public interest. Fox's office, contrary to her statement yesterday, actively opposed unsealing and said they would provide documents to reporters in their own time. Oh, geez. In their own time. Holy shit, Batman. All right, I'm not going to continue on that because I need to wrap this up. And, oh, well, there I go. All right, hey, guys, I'm sorry, but I got to go. I just do. And I don't mean like I got to leave, not go. You know what I mean? But hey, this has been a delightful time with you all the day here. And thank you so much for being here. I remind you that the Morning Night Live is here every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. GMT for those of you who are not in this part of the world. And normally on Friday we'd have a guest, but we'll try to have a guest next Friday. Remember, we also have FTG Thursdays now, so if you have any special FTGs you want me to shout out next Thursday, I will remind you during the week because I really think that's a great feature on this show. And, sorry about the lack of guests, but we'll do that next week. I promise I'll bring you someone interesting. I want to bring in guests that don't agree with me on things because I want to play nice, and I want to show you that some of these people that you don't agree with are also they're real people. They're nice. Some of them are really nice people. They just have a different opinion, and I want to show you that we can play nice in the dog park. So that'll be starting again next Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Remember, share, hit the like button on your way out if you'd like. We also do super chats and donations through Streamlabs. The show does not have to be running to do that if you're interested in that. And what? The Googlers? Okay, I don't know what that means. Anyway, thank you. My name is Dawg Knight, and I am out of here. Bye. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and I want to thank you for joining me today on the Dawg Knight channel. Before you go, if you like what you saw and you're not already subscribed, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below, and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and 2 p.m. GMT. A special thanks to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through our Streamlabs link in the description below. Thanks again, and until next time, I am Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.